Do you ever feel like life is happening to you rather than with you? Maybe you're waking up every day and with the same routine and you're just going through with the motions and you know you're busy and you've got things to do. It's your calendar is jam-packed, but you're just not feeling fulfilled. And it's like you're actually running on autopilot. You're ticking off tasks, you're handling responsibilities, you're doing this, you're doing that, but deep down you really know something is missing. Or maybe you feel stuck. You've got this nagging sensation somewhere in your body that there's more out there for me. Like that life that I know it's waiting for me, but I can't quite put my finger on it. And it's like you don't know how to reach it. Maybe you've even thought, well, is this it? Is this all life is supposed to be for me? And even if you want to change, the how feels really overwhelming. I mean, there's so much to do out there. There's so much information. There's so much fill in the blank. Where do you even start? What if you make the wrong decision? What if it's already too late? I want to tell you that first and foremost, you are absolutely not alone. There's so many of us reach a certain point where we question, are we heading in the right direction? Are we living the life that we want? And is this it? The good news is that you feel this way because you are drawn to something that is bigger than you. And you know that this is not the end of your story. And this is not how your story is going to end. It's actually just the beginning of a brand new chapter that you are going to get right. So, restarting your life, no matter where you are, and getting realigned with your dreams is not only possible, it's actually one of the most powerful things that you can do. Hi there, my name is Jeanette, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. If you've already watched some of my content, welcome back. If you haven't done so already, then please make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can get updates when my new videos come out. And also it helps more people and to see this content. I still remember about 3 or 4 years ago now, I was cooking dinner with my boyfriend. And out of nowhere, I just had this sense, I've got this question. And I asked him, well, do you think this is it? I mean, do you think this is what our lives are supposed to be about? We've got our jobs, we've got a roof over our head, we've got a nice relationship going. And, there's this things that on paper it seems to be great. And we've got money to go traveling and we've got food and table. Like, there's nothing wrong. But something made me feel like, I don't know what it is. I feel really bored. I'm not going to lie, I don't remember the rest of that conversation, but I do remember I could not stop thinking about it. And it took me ages. And I was contemplating and thinking, what about this? What about this? What if this? What if this? Like, is this it? Is this really what there is out there? I mean, sure, yeah, we're going to have kids someday, but that's going to bring something new. But what about my life? What about once they're out and they've grown up? Do I really want to be like, those parents is like, okay, now my kids have left and we'll just go travel the world and where's the next new restaurant to try and go on holidays and constantly worry about my children? Like, is that really why I came to this earth and this is why I'm here? If you're watching this video right now, I have a feeling that you've got similar thoughts or you're going through something similar. Well, this is what I've learned with the power of hindsight. That moment that I asked all of these questions was really confusing, even like unsettled me. And it took me a while. So it frustrated me. It's like, what's going on? But actually, that was the absolute turning point of my life, my next phase of my life. I'm not going to sugarcoat it and pretend that, it's all been hunky dory and yay everywhere. Like, over the past few years. I've faced massive challenges. I've had loads of changes. I've had absolute freak out moments, been super scared, been super down. I've had so many breakdowns and breakthroughs. But today, I can assure you that I'm sitting here with so much more clarity, so much more peace, more joy, and more fulfillment than I have ever done before. So, if you are feeling lost right now, you're feeling uninspired, or just stuck where you are, I'm going to share with you 5 steps that help me move from confusion to clarity and from stuck to taking aligned action. So, if you're ready, get your pens out and let's get going. So, 5 steps to realigning your life. Number 1, engage your imagination. So, first of all, what I want to address is we are stuck within the constructs of our brains. If you're over 30, especially if you're over 35, I must say that our mindset is called mindset, which means that our minds are set. So, very much so, we are within the constructs of our autopilot. Most of us are actually only living and using 5% of our minds, and the 95% is autopilot. Now, think about that. Only 5%. It's not very much. And it's because our minds and our bodies are designed to keep us safe. So when we are feeling safe, and in order for us to feel safe, we need to stay within our comfort zone. That's why I call it a construct. So the first point is to start dreaming big. I mean, massive. Let your imagination go wild. There's no limits and there's no judgment. Nothing out there is too crazy because it's called a dream life. So when you start doing this, you start unleashing something within your brain. Our minds actually love getting creative, believe it or not. We really enjoy making new things. That's what humans do because we evolve. And so when you're actually letting loose your imagination with no judgment, bear in mind, then you never know what could actually come out. So brainstorm, journal, mood boards, visualization, whatever you do, mix it up. Come up with like a vivid picture of what your ideal life actually looks like. When you're doing this, I want you to create much wider than just the materialistic aspects. What I mean by this is not just focusing on the house you want, the car you want, how much money you want to earn, like how much money we're going to take home, how many holidays you want. Not just that, but take time to imagine and create the lifestyle that you want. What kind of job do you really want to be doing? What really inspires you? Like, is it a 9 to 5 or is it flexi time? How do you work best? Are you a creative or are you actually more of like an academic? If you're single, do you want a partner? If you have a partner, what type of relationship do you want? Do you even want the relationship? How do you want to feel around your friends, your family, your partner? Do you want to spend loads of time together at home, or maybe you want to travel the world, experience new things? What does it look like? Your friendships, your relationship with family. You get the idea. Create the lifestyle that you're looking for. For me, my lifestyle is one of joy, peace, and fulfillment. What that looks like for me is to be able to serve and add value to others on a daily basis. It's about actually having a supportive community alongside me so I can have loads of fun, yet I can learn and grow and evolve myself at the same time. It's about having a partner that understands me and we can get to spend time together in the evenings and the weekends. And I have a really fit and healthy body. And, just generally everything is in flow. And I have the freedom to choose what I want to do in my time and how I can serve others in my way. And in the background, I'm also seeing that I've got luxury lifestyle, a massive mansion that I live in, the freedom that I've got. That's the kind of gist that I'm looking for. And this looks really different to everyone because what I just described might be your first. You might not even want it. So take the time to really, really craft out this for yourself. Go wild with it. Have loads of fun with it. Enjoy it. And don't try to squeeze it into an hour or even a day. Live it, breathe it, dream about it. So then you can create this life that you really, really want. And you get inspired when you start thinking about it. Number two, tap into your feelings. Once you've imagined it and you've crafted your dream life, really tap into the feelings of this new life. So, what emotions does this dream life stir in you? Is it excitement? Is it peace? Is it freedom? Is it joy? Connect deeply to those feelings because they are your internal compass. The language of the subconscious mind speaks in feelings, not in words. Words, language that comes out from us and we think is actually for our conscious mind. Subconscious mind works with feelings. So when we tap into the feeling of something, that's when subconscious go, oh, okay, now I get it. This is what I want. Everything else, everything that you say out loud, or even if you think in your head, is just imagined theory. And it goes out, not interested. So that's why sometimes when you say out loud something, but deep down you're like, oh, actually, I don't believe that. It's like, oh, yes, I am super abundant. And deep down you're like, no, you're not. That's the reason why sometimes it happens. But when you feel the feeling of abundance, you know, and you tap into, oh, I feel so abundant. I feel like everything in this world is working for me. That your subconscious will go, oh, okay, now I'm really registering it. So tap into the feelings and document. And once you've documented it, link it up. So every piece that you created in step one, link it with a feeling. Step three, reflect on what the gap actually is. So, what is the difference between where you are now and where you want to be? There is a gap. Now, this part is really, really important. So, please listen carefully. When you're doing this step three, make sure that you keep in check your mindset as you execute it. Because it's not about, well, I haven't got my 52 million pound house yet, or I haven't got my dream job yet. Because when you think like that, and then you're going to get into a downward spiral and you're getting into lack. What you want to do here is you want to focus on the feeling and the growth aspects of this exercise. Because let's face it, if you already have this 52 million pound house and you're still not feeling fulfilled, maybe that's not what you want. If you've already got your dream job, yet you're still not feeling happy, maybe that's not what you want. So, whatever it is that you've created in your dream life and those feelings, just check in to see where's the gap, but focus. Oh, great. That's the new part. Like the growth that I can get into, the opportunities and the possibilities in my future. What you might find is that some of these feelings that you think are missing, you might already have them. And you might actually be chasing something that you don't need to chase. I've had so many clients always worry about money. And they keep saying, oh, I don't have enough money. I need to do more, 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 more. But when we sit together and we really work things out, penny by penny, pound by pound, they're like, oh, I actually always have X amount left over in my bank every single month. Like way more than I thought. I'm actually okay. So they were chasing safety based on something that they imagined. They just have this feeling and this concept, probably from social programming as well, as like there's never enough money, not enough money. But actually, they don't need that much. I'm not saying that having more money is a bad thing. But what I'm saying is the feeling that you need to chase money is the thing that you need to watch out for. For myself, when I was in a really bad period in my relationship, all I could focus on was what my partner was doing wrong. So I was like, my relationship is bad. Look at all the things that are going wrong and look at all the patterns that you can see. Oh my God, is it the same bad things, but like a different guy and all those things? But when I actually took a step back to reflect on the feelings that I want from a relationship standpoint, I realized I actually already had it all. I just put things in the wrong perspective because I was chasing for better and I was focusing and got caught up in a downward spiral. So that's why this is really important in your step 3. But of course, you may find that by doing this exercise, there is a huge gap between where you are now and where you want to be. And both from the reality of things, so maybe, is the 52 million pounds the house that you want? And also maybe it's the feelings, maybe the job that you're in, a relationship, your friendship, a connection with your family is not quite where you want it to be. What I'd like you to do here is to just take notes, write it all down. Here's the gap. Maybe literally do a map. So this is where I am. This is where I want to be. Draw a line and like little things to say, okay, this is missing. This is missing. This is missing. This is missing. If that's what helps you, just dot it all down. Please do not judge. There's a no judgment zone here. When you are in judgment, it actually forces you to take a step back and like in a negative way. It forces you to hide more and fear more. But if you are doing that, you're not actually getting creative. You're not actually allowing yourself to see possibilities and opportunities because your mind is starting to associate those with risks. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you don't judge. Maybe there's fears that are holding you back. Maybe there's beliefs and habits that you have now that are just no longer serving you. Just map everything out of every aspect of your life. The key here is no judgment. Have I said that? No judgment? But to be really, really honest with yourself. Don't try and cover anything up or pretend things don't exist. This exercise is for you only, and you don't have to share it with anyone if you don't want to. But if you cover things up now, you're literally just cheating yourself and not allowing yourself to have the opportunities that you really deserve. Okay? Number 4, make a plan. So once you've identified where the gaps are, another exciting part of creativity comes in, which is to actually make a plan. Now that you can see where you need to work on, or you choose, no, where you're choosing to work on, let me be careful with my words as well, you are then able to decide, right, which one right now is a priority. Which one, if I handle this, it's going to actually have a bigger impact and it's going to impact every area of my life. For example, health. If I am not healthy, then I can't really go into doing anything else because if I want to have a business, well, if I'm worrying about my health, I'm not going to be really focused. I can't really have a good relationship because I'm always sick. I can't really be good in my job or have a new career because I'm always at a doctor's. You see where I'm going from. So working on your health right now as a starting point, this is an example, by the way, working on the health first will actually have an impact for the rest of the areas of your life if health is an issue. Maybe it's the business, maybe it's financial, maybe it's actually learning to understand how to handle your money, how to handle your relationship with money, and really recuperate that relationship with your money so you can have an abundant relationship. Maybe that needs to be the first thing that you do. So, whichever it is, now that you know what you need to work on, create a plan focusing on one thing and one thing only that's going to be shifting you the most in areas of your life. That's not to say you can't map out the rest. What you could do is you can map out the rest, but first focus on one. And once you've worked on one, then the next one, you can build up on it. You see where I'm coming from this? And having that plan allows you to take that unknown from out of your head. It allows you to take away the uncertainty or the ambiguity of, oh, what should I do next? Because when you start getting uncertain, you start being ambiguous, you can then start procrastinating. Fear then sets in. Am I doing this right? And old patterns come back. So having this solid plan, step by step, is going to really help you. Really nicely takes me on to number 5, which is take the next step. Remember, change doesn't happen overnight, but small, tiny, intentional baby steps all add up. So start with one thing. Maybe it's trying out your new hobby. Maybe it's reaching out to someone for support. Maybe it's carving out some self care time. Maybe it's working on your self worth. Maybe it's working with that relationship with your health or with your body or with money. Whichever it is, one tiny baby step. At the end of this mapping, these 4 steps, you want to start immediately by doing one step. Because as soon as you've done it, if you put it away and let me come back to it, guaranteed it's going to gather dust on your desk. That's why as soon as it's done, create one step that you can do immediately before you even put everything down, before you leave your desk. And then that's going to create the momentum. And baby step by baby step, within weeks, months, years, when you look back, you're going to go, oh, I started way back there. And it was one baby step at a time. So a really important thing, an overarching thing. So that's it for the 5 steps. Let me just recap. So that's it for the 5 steps. So that's it for your 5 steps. Quick recap. So first one is to engage your imagination. The second one is to tap into your feelings. Third is reflect on where the gap is. Fourth, make a plan. And fifth, take the next. And an overarching thing that's really important for you to remember is when you're embarking on this journey, remember it's a journey, is you need to have fun and you take your time and enjoy the process. You don't need to have the answers today. You cannot have all of the answers today. We're talking about your life here. So if you want to get your life done in one day, then what are you going to do with the rest of it? So trust that taking baby steps and staying true to your feelings is going to help you continue evolve your plan and your path. And it's going to reveal itself to you. Your brain loves to be creative. So just let go, have loads of fun, and enjoy it. Remember, you're just writing the next chapter of your book. Nothing is set in stone, and you can always change it. As you grow and evolve, your needs and desires may also change. And that's why this exercise is focused on feelings. Remember, every step forward is progress, and you're never going to start from zero again. What I want to do is I want to leave you with this. You're not alone in feeling uninspired or stuck. And you're never, ever, ever too late to change. And I can really guarantee that for you. When I started having my thoughts, I was 32, 33. I've had clients who are in their 60s and they're still working through with this and they're having the best time of their lives right now. So it's never, ever too late. Those feelings that you've got of discontent and discomfort, they're not signs of failure. They're not signs that, you're not enough or you're not being grateful. They're just your inner voice nudging you gently towards something greater, something that you came here for on this world at this time. So listen to that voice. Dream boldly, act intentionally, and trust that the life you crave is just within reach. Because it's not the end of your story. It's just the start of something super, mega extraordinary. If you enjoyed this video, then I'd love for you to hit like, subscribe, and also to share it with someone that you know may be feeling uninspired or stuck right now. Because this might be the exact thing that they need in order for them to transform their life. And you might be the next accountability partner and you can work together. So you have the opportunity to change someone's life just by sharing this video. If you have any questions or thought about anything that I've shared in this video, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. And if there's anything that you would like me to expand on, also feel free to drop me a line. I'd love to know what else you want me to talk about so I can make sure that I continue to add value to you. I'm also going to be leaving a link in the free resource below. So it's a PDF that you can download to help you get started or restart your self-discovery journey. It's completely free to download, so make sure you check it out down below. I hope you found this useful, and I really cannot wait to step into your next chapter with you. Thank you for watching. See you next time.